Hey folks, so today we're reviewing Craic Addict's Tower, and before you say anything, it's a different version of Craic. It's an Irish word for fun, but also it's a slang in the UK. We use it. It's like, what's the crack? So it's not like the other version at all. Anyway, so today we're going to go through this tower, and I'm going to have to go through this fairly quickly because I need to get it recorded, but I'm a bit pressed for time. So I do apologise if I rush, but if you do have any questions, just ask them in the comments and I'll get back to you. And for you, Craic Addict or Eddie, just put you can just message me on here, ask any questions, and I'll get back to you. So first things first, your cards, since they're right here, pretty decent cards. And you said you're at EHP, you're kind of pushing into a hybrid from what I can see from your cards, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just mainly because you've got like Berserker and stuff in like there. If you look at my cards for my Blender build, we've got, I mean, obviously I've got less cards than you, and I think that's one of the big differences. But we've got Health Regen, Cash, Extra Defense, Enemy Balance, Plasma Cannon, Recovery Package Chance, Wave Skip, Injury Sprint, Wave Accelerator, Energy Shield, Critical Coin, and Coin. There's no like actual damage ones in there whatsoever, but you've got damage, you've got and yeah, I was just double checking some of your cards whilst I was saying it. You've got Berserker in there and that. So, and then I thought I know Demon Mode you only put in for your tournament runs, so that's fine. You said one of your weak points is your modules, and that is exactly right. It's your modules that's letting you down, but I can see why. You're the sort of person that goes 100% before you go on to the next thing. So we're going to quickly look through here. So currently at 13 trillion, and keep doing that. 689 trillion coins earned, cash earned does not matter. So that's pretty good since August last year. And then milestones are all looking good. And then, yeah, it's that typical taper off for doing EHP. So you're almost at your 300 waves there, so that's pretty cool. Tournaments, you're bouncing between champions and platinum, which is pretty good. You will be getting champions more relatively soon, and we can see your farming runs here. So generally you farm tier 11 and you get in just shy of 1 trillion per hour, so that's pretty good. And then my mouse will go a little bit weird and we'll ignore that. Right, so I used to advise increase max game speed, and actually recently I've changed it to perk wave requirement, but that's because I'm pushing a higher tier now, so I'm running tier 14, and I need to get those perks at the beginning for the farming run to work properly. If I do not have perma black hole before wave 800, I'm dying. So I basically changed it over just for that reason. But I'm still happy for increased max game speed. And then, yeah, everything else looks good on there. I don't even need to look at these slower ones because you've got the most important ones there. And then workshop, I can see that you're a bit OCD. Generally like I am usually, so everything's like perfect 140 140 and then 40 levels except from the more expensive ones. Generally what I try and do, and obviously you don't have to follow the same as what I do, but I try and keep everything the same cost, but if it's something that's completely useless, I will not invest into it. So for example, damage per meter is kind of useless until you've got Spotlight Plus. And then Rend Armor is kind of useless, but I can see you've kind of invested in it. Maybe it's worth it for you. But then the likes of Defense Absolute, like, it's not useless, don't get me wrong, but your build, if you're not running Fortress, what's the point? And Landmine Damage Plus, maybe it's worth it, but I don't like investing in it. And then Recovery Package Plus, unless you're running the Wormhole Redirector, completely pointless. So you could potentially spend in other places a little bit better, and it'll help you build out a bit more, like invest in the other ones. In regards to labs, so it's going to be a bit of a difficult one to go through them all correct because you've kind of got them all in the different places. One thing I would say is complete your standard perks bonus. It's going to buff everything up for you. It's going to help get you defense. Mind, to be fair, your defense might get up to max now with the relics, but complete standard perk bonus as soon as possible. That gives you buffs across the board, and that might give you the push that you need. Because I was just thinking with your tier 15, if you get the right perk, you can probably get there. on that first perk choice. And if your perks are stronger, then you're more likely to get the right perk, right? Then reroll shards, obviously massively important to get done. Module coin cost isn't as important. I can see you pushed it up, but it's not as important because module coins honestly are barely anything. Shards is really important, but you've already got that going. Your defense is fine for now. I'm just quickly having a quick look through things as I go, seeing if there's anything that you may have missed. Lab coin discount is a really nice one to have, but if you're like me, max out lab speed first and then put that in that slot afterwards. And then damage wise, I mean, I'm happy with you to stay EHP right now. I know you said like everyone keeps telling you damage and that's the only way to go. I'm full EHP and I'm farming tier 14 and I'm currently trying to unlock assist mods on tier 19. So yeah, I might only be getting 13 waves. I mean, the best I've got is 24 waves, but EHP is valid. It's just a little bit slower than damage. So wall rebuild's going up nice. Wall invincibility. I need to put some invincibility in my wall, I think. Fortification is quite strong, and you've maxed out health. Nice. A lot of the stuff you've done, honestly, is really good. I'm just trying to look at anything that kind of stands out. Recovery package. I mean, package chance is definitely a nice one to get up, especially for since you're at the point. Once you get to the level where you unlock it, you can get the mastery for your recovery package chance, and then obviously the higher the amount of recovery packages, the better. You're already finishing off your enemy attack level skips, which is perfect. And then there's nothing that like screams out. I mean, you're doing your shock chance, which is great, getting that damage up from the chain lightning, and then next lot, death wave, health is fine. Just trying to quickly look through everything. You haven't unlocked the one that I was gonna say about, like, it's not actually an option for you yet. You haven't unlocked it, so that's fine. Because you gave me that one, like the screenshot that would show that on a different message. But bear with me, I'm just double checking. Nothing else. Recharge second wind might be a nice one for you to get, but not necessary until you get the mastery, really. Then perks, all fine. Bots are fine, to be fair, as long as things are synced. And duration, maybe start pumping into that for your econ, but coins per kill is probably more important at this point. And definitely standard perk bonus is going to help your econ as well. Modules, that all looks fine. And then I'll just quickly scroll down. So what I was going to say is, it's here. So I was going to say like the disable ranged in black hole, but you don't have that option there. I've noticed you've kind of gone into armor stripping a bit as well with your build. I was always advised it's not useful, but I don't know if you had a different experience. One thing that I forgot. Oh no, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it was there. Maybe it's it's just here. Your fetch is at a fairly decent point. Maybe it can have a little bit more investment in it. And then your summon's doing pretty well. I mean, it's up to you. If you check at the end of the day and your fetch is getting everything, like on this little eye information, then you don't need to upgrade it. If not, maybe upgrade it a little bit. In regards to your ultimate weapons, I would advise start getting these cooldowns down on the trio. I know it's not cheap, but it's definitely worth it. It'll bring your econ up, which basically is a feedback loop into making you stronger, always. In regards to your modules, so this is basically what you use permanently from what I understand. Your modules are very weak, just keep pulling them. At the end of the day, that's basically all you can do. Why do you have a legendary and you don't need that to be legendary? You're going to need to knock that back down. It should only be up to Epic Plus. I'm pretty sure you don't need a legendary to upgrade past. That uses a non-specific to go up to Mythic Plus. Do not feed that into that. I will cry if you feed that into there. Obviously, you've got lots of reroll shards, so I'd be happy for you to use them. I can see that you kind of capped on the like levels that you have, like the tiers. Like it's maxed out at 100, right? but definitely look at pumping levels into them when you can. Shrink ray is fine. You've got all the important ones on here for a defense build. Maybe get wall rather than knockback force, but then you're not really in a full wall build, to be fair. But maybe a bit better for you to have wall health there. Primordial collapse, I would probably rework these just to have more in like defense. Rather, I know chain lightning is great, don't get me wrong, but try and get the like extra death wave amount, and then like black hole time or something. Just get things that are more recon, basically. Maybe the black hole size works for you, I don't know. And then what's the other one that you had in black hole digester? Yeah, is there anything else that would be better? No, so yeah, probably black hole digester for your farming for now. If you had G comp, I would advise that over that for where you are. And then cards we've already went over quickly here. I'm pretty happy with your cards, but I don't think there's really anything that you could put in. Maybe Fortress for trying, Slow Aura. You don't have Landmine Stun. Maybe that would be another one to try out. Just try out a few different like crowd control rather than damage. See if that might help you, because it'll slow down the damage. I think that's everything that I've needed to go over. I know you sent me a few more things. Multiverse Nexus needs things lining up. I would never use Multiverse Nexus at this point either, because it's plus 20 seconds. It's not worth it, especially when you've got a natural sync already. Space Placer, that's good. Yeah, so I'd say continue with these. Obviously, change this over. Thank God you haven't used this yet, but you will need to rank this down so that you can use it to get this up to Ancestral. So just to confirm, you only have to make a unique one into Legendary once. After that, it needs to sit at Epic Plus to upgrade. So, but you need 2 Epic Pluses. I know you sent me all of the... Yeah, I'd still reroll that in my opinion. And then Primordial... Yeah, I'd still reroll them if I was you. So that's everything. I know I was pretty quick going through it. In fact, yeah, so coins per kill bonus and standard perks for EHB. I'll just do a quick overview. If you do want to go into damage, I would say it's a case of doing your super crit multiplier and super crit chance, because from what I could see, they have not been leveled up yet. I may have just missed that, but usually I'm not that bad. I usually get all the information. If you do want to improve your health, the quickest way would be your Death Wave health. Increase that. That means that buff goes up quicker, or more even, for the farming runs. And then Wall Fortification is also going to be a friend if you're doing the wall. And then the cards, as I said, just swap over, try out, and then just keep pulling your modules, but also level this down so you don't make any mistakes that you'll regret. So yeah, that's everything. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and Eddie, by all means, just reach out to me here. Anyone else, just leave a comment for any advice that you want to give, or if you want advice. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Ciao for now.